What was your appointment?
10:30.
Oh, man, it would have been close. Yeah, because he came. He was
Totally
actually, the original appointment was 10 to noon. Then I had a birthday party to go. So to that afternoon for my daughter. And I thought, oh, that'll be fine. I'll be done by then. And then they called me back. Hey, we got to move it to noon to 2. And I'm like, oh, that's going to be cutting close. I says, you just got to make sure that, he gets, I've got a very important birthday party to go to.
I got to get out of here.
And then I almost, because I normally go to the pantry at Veterans Village on Thursday morning. So I wasn't going to go to that because the appointment was happening. So when they pushed it back, I thought, well, I'll just run over there real quick and, hang out with them for a couple hours and then come home. He showed up at 11 o'clock.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, so it worked out. I didn't go. So good.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
The universal inkling said, don't go, Doug, don't go.
Don't do it. So it worked out really well. So tell me about your experience. How was it?
Very nice. The Shepherd Center is amazing. I mean, it's amazing to me because there is so many. That's, a catastrophic rehab and injury hospital. So it was Halloween for one.
Oh,
so everybody was dressed up. So literally a cleaner came by and the whole Scream thing, the Scream mask, the whole, I was like, whoa. I mean, for a second I had forgotten it was Halloween and I was like, what the heck is going on here?
Should I run for cover?
I mean, it's really cool, and it's really cool to see all the programs that they have for people, and where you do the wheelchair seating clinic is right across from a day room for acute rehab stuff. So it was kind of cool to see them playing some games and trying to get some movement back. And
so we should have them on. I think we've talked about that a little bit.
Totally. No, I'm totally going to poke around and figure out who to talk to, because even some of the patients, that are all in different versions of process, it would be real interesting to be if you're open.
Yeah, love to hear their stories as well.
Yeah. So it was a great time. They got me in, they got me out. Luckily, their measurements were true.
So basically, was it taking delivery and getting in it and away you went?
Taking delivery, having me sit in it, make sure everything that we thought was coming came, and that I fit properly.
Very nice.
Yeah. So, how about you?
So
you didn't have to go anywhere, but
no. Yeah, they came here and it's kind of the same thing, but there was a few things to install, But once I sat in it, was great. This is my third, so I've learned so much with the first two that it was much more intentional about what exactly I wanted.
Right. You don't just say, I need a wheelchair.
Yeah. And the first one was great. The second one, not so much as far as just the fit, and not a whole lot you could do at that point. So it was I was very specific about some things I wanted. I don't know why, but the way I sat in the second one, the wheels were higher next to me. You know, so in the first one, they were down farther, and it's just more of a ergonomic kind of a position. So in all of our discussions.
You're like, don't do that again. Do
that again. Yeah. In our discussions, we're like, I want those down further. And we had a lot of discussions with the guy that was.
But it's amazing how talented all the people are to really understand what we need and the ergonomics, and they even them being able-bodied themselves, they're so versed in the chair. They're like, do you want this? Do you want this? Do you need this strap? Do you want that? So super cool.
It's a little odd, especially because this company, they came for a repair a couple of years ago on my other chair that kind of started this whole process, and I was really impressed by how much knowledge and sensitivity that he had as an able-bodied person.
Yeah, no, totally.
I mean, it was like I was talking with somebody that had the experience, but they've just been exposed to it so many times that, they were very good, very good.
And didn't we figure out we ended up ordering the same chair?
Both the tie light, right?
Yeah. So mine's purple. I doubt yours is purple.
No, it had been so long, I forgot what color I was getting when they delivered it. But it's like a very dark metal gray.
Okay, cool.
Kind of thing. Yeah, so I like it. And then I got a smart drive with it, which I had a smart drive before, but at least for 2 years, it's just been going through this thing when it just shuts on and off it whenever it wants, So and generally the off, as you can imagine how things go, the off is when I need it most.
Right, you're like, I'm exhausted. I'm stuck here.
I'm stuck here. Yeah. Or I need to go up this hill. Nope, not with me. But anyway, so it's great. And then a couple of birthday parties. It was my
That's what I was going to say. I am most curious about was it 111 or the 11?
111. 111.
I was like, don't let me mess that up. Sorry, little bit.
Never, that was kind of a topic at the birthday party. Well, there were two. There was one at Grandma's house on Thursday.
Right.
We all got together. That was their actual birthday. So got together there and had cake and ice cream and,
Saturday was 111, right?
Sunday. Yeah. Sunday was 111.
Okay.
Yeah. And because I went to soccer on Saturday, which that was a cold day. The weather was going back and forth.
Yeah.
One nice day and then one cool day. She's the granddaughter.
Yes.
It's so cute because they're at 5, which I think I talked about. And so
we talked about we don't know which way we go.
They're kind of running around, yeah. But you can tell they're starting to get it. So that was the last game of the season. So it'll be interesting to see next year how
the growth
things
from
come together.
5 to 6 years old. Yeah.
But she got a score, so we were all excited. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
My granddaughter, yeah.
What was on the menu at the 111 birthday party?
At the 111 was burgers and hot dogs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And cake and cupcakes and my ex grandma brought cookies.
Okay.
Very good. And beverages and just a lot of chatting and all that
fun.
good stuff. Yeah, there were some kids there, so she had
cool.
fun. People were trying to get a handle on why it was 111, and she really couldn't.
You're like,
say.
dude, because a child's mind says 111 is the birthday time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But she planned everything, and it was great. Yeah, we had a good day.
That's amazing.
Good day.
Good
what
job.
else? Is there anything else that?
No, we were waiting on chairs and birthday parties.
Yeah,
so sounds like
that's pretty much it. Oh, a couple things. You mentioned one thing to me, off the show. But first of all, the waxing story that I told.
Oh shoot! Yeah.
Just want to give you the follow up.
Okay.
I called. I ended up calling and just asking for whoever was the senior person there, and just explaining my experience and not wanting, gotta get rid of that person. Man, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that they were aware, that they could make her aware that it's really not acceptable. And, they're like, oh, thank you for, letting us know. Yeah. 'Cause
nice.
she just needs to know that. So hopefully that's all good and she'll become more aware of that. And,
Yeah.
So if you didn't listen, go back to last week's episode and you'll see what my experience was with waxing.
Rewind.
Yeah. And then the other thing was we had talked, this is probably a couple of weeks ago now, just when I had posed the question, when do you reveal your disability to somebody, say, with all the online dating that's going on now, And I think you gave your thoughts, and I think you were curious about what my thoughts were.
Oh, yeah. No, I was picking on you because I was like, why did you ask me and then you left me hanging with my own answer? Not intentional, just, how we get used to talking and we go down a rabbit hole. But, that's interesting. I try to deftly work it in somehow at some point, I don't just make like a confession, but I confess I showed up in this weird vessel. Yeah.
Yeah. And like when I was married, my ex, she cut hair and there was a few clients she would do at home. And she ran into this gal somewhere in town because she grew up in this area. So she went to high school and all that here. So she ran into somebody she hadn't seen in 10, 15, 20 years at the time. And they got to talking and, what she was doing. And, I'm looking for something. Blah, blah. She came by to cut hair. And I think I was out somewhere when she got there. And I ran in and, to do something real quick. And then I was just running back out to go somewhere else. And I guess after I left, the gal said to her, "Why didn't you warn me?"
Yeah.
And my wife at the time was
Up goes the weasel.
Warn you about what? That your husband is on crutches. She's like, I mean, why would you warn somebody, first of all?
Yeah, look out. There are crutches coming in the house.
Yeah. Don't look them in the eye. I don't know. So.
But I think that is the thing, right? Like, I mean, think about what startles us too. We all have that natural human reaction of startle about something. Yeah. Whether you don't realize somebody has a kid and they pop up with a kid and you're like, what?
Yeah.
How'd you have a kid?
It's that same kind of dilemma. When do you reveal that?
Exactly. Exactly. Or I didn't know that was your car if they show up in a beat up car or whatever, right? But
I just got out of prison for.
But it's just funny. Exactly. I murdered my family about 20 years ago, but I'm okay now.
When do I reveal that?
I don't know. Funny. But I mean, I think we all kind of have that. You can't live this life without that experience at least more than one time.
Yeah, absolutely.